In North America, Muslim women are portrayed and perceived as weak, lacking intellect and ambition, and oppressed or victimized. Our society facilitates and perpetuates these grave stereotypes.
A Muslim woman is a stock character in this society. She is simply a nameless, faceless, and voiceless being.
She is not dynamic, nor does she possess any unique qualities and skills.
She does not excel in any particular field.
But is this truly an accurate representation of a Muslim woman's life?
One thing I would like to clear up, sometimes people, if they don't actually know Muslim women, they just see you as like one kind of monolithic entity that don't have individual personalities, right? They just see the scarf. But Muslim women, we're normal women, we're just covering ourselves. We're just being modest, and we're trying to do that to please our God and to please our Creator. But we have unique personalities. We have our own ideas. We have our own dreams. We have our own our own things that we want to do in our life, and we're all so different.
My identity.
Modest, confident, and strong. 3 all in one.
Awesome.
A Muslim woman is someone who is doing their best, striving every day to worship their Creator, to worship Allah. And this is really what a Muslim woman is. A Muslim woman is somebody who is trying to submit their own will to the will of their Creator. And through this, finding that safety, finding that peace, finding that, true happiness.
A Muslim woman
Does not conform to society's standards.
Hijab, generally people use it to refer to this scarf that's on my head. But it's not just wearing a scarf. Hijab is kind of 2 parts. First, it is the external covering, so to cover everything except the face and the hands. The covering, it should be something loose, something that's not see-through, something reflecting modesty. The second half of hijab is to have not just the external covering, but hijab in terms of modesty in terms of your actions, modesty in terms of how you carry yourself, how you deal with others as well. And the Quran is the book that we use to understand our place in the world, to understand how to live our life, to understand really what God, what this Creator wants from us. And it says in the Quran, in chapter 24, which is called The Light, verse number 31, and tell the believing women to lower their gaze and to protect their modesty, and not to show off their adornment except only that which is apparent, and to draw their outer garments like over their body, and not to reveal their adornments except to, and it's listing different people that Muslim women are allowed to uncover in front of. This is the main reason that I wear hijab, because I believe that it's really a command from my Lord, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Why do I wear hijab? First and foremost, I wear hijab in obedience to Allah, God, because this is something God has commanded me to do. I don't do it in obedience to any man, be it my father, brother, or any other guy for that matter. I wear it because it is my direct connection with Allah, my Creator. I didn't always wear it. I started wearing it about 7 months ago, and it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. My religion, Islam, is the most important thing in my life, and I feel that now people can identify me as a Muslim woman. And people can see, without even talking to me, how important my religion is in my life. I finally feel like my outside appearance matches how I truly feel inside.
Okay, the number one reason why I wear the hijab and why a lot of Muslim women wear the hijab is because it's our identity as a Muslim woman. You wouldn't be able to tell that I'm Muslim or that another Muslim woman wearing a hijab is Muslim if we weren't wearing the hijab, right? So that's the number one main purpose why we wear it, to show that we're Muslim and we practice modesty. And besides, you wouldn't see a princess without her crown.
Empowered. In control.
If I didn't wear a hijab, I wouldn't be me.
And a Muslim woman, she might not necessarily be covering, because every Muslim woman is at a different step, maybe we're all in different places. But you know, as long as you are trying your best to submit yourself to God, to be closer to God, you know, every day trying to take steps. So maybe a woman might not be covering now, but she has it in her heart that she really wants to wear hijab and cover for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what Islam is, you know, that every day you're trying to better yourself. You know, you're trying to get closer to your creator. You're trying to get closer to these good behaviors, to good actions, to live at peace with the people around you, to live at peace also with yourself. And for me, this is what a Muslim woman is. We're not just the scarf, we have a voice, and we can use it.
I feel confident to be me and not having to conform to other people's expectations of who I should be.
If I could make over the world, I'd swat away hands that are trying to unveil me. Tell them that their interpretation of liberation is unavailable.
I'm proud to be a Muslim girl.
Embracing Islam is a very positive thing for a woman in her life. It's a very powerful religion and a very in-depth religion where you can learn lots of things about yourself on a daily basis. There is a certain amount of discipline in there, but it just makes you feel stronger as a person. And I wish that there was a lot more things said about the positive side of being a woman in Islam. And I've been in Islam for 14 years now, but I'm still learning. There's so much to learn out there.
I guess what I would really want everyone to know is, coming straight from the mouth of a Muslim woman, my religion has empowered me in ways that I can't even fully articulate. The value and self-respect I feel as a Muslim woman, I know nothing else could give me this sense of fulfillment. My advice would be, next time you see a Muslim woman, view her as an individual who is strong, unique, and capable of being her own spokesperson. Thanks.
And don't think that Islam puts all the responsibility of this modesty on women, because it doesn't. When you look in the Quran, in the same chapter I quoted you earlier, called The Light, the verse right before the verse telling women to, cover themselves and be modest, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding the men. It's telling the men to lower their gaze and to also guard their modesty. So it's telling the men first, and then it tells the women about covering and also about being modest. So it's really for both men and for women. We both have a responsibility here.
So why am I a Muslim woman? That question almost seems rhetorical to me, because the real question is, how could I possibly not be a Muslim woman? My entire life revolves around my faith, and the reasons why I truly embrace Islam as my way of life are countless. Islam is the only faith, I believe, that truly frees a woman. Her first duty is to God and to God alone, and no one, including any man, can come between her and him. No other system of belief or religion gives you that. I feel like the media and powerful individuals in the world today try to misconstrue the image of the Muslim woman because in reality, they fear her. She chooses to go against the norms that society tries to force upon the female gender. She doesn't need to strip off her clothing to gain respect or admiration, and she doesn't need to flaunt her body just to prove to anybody that she's free, or a feminist for that matter. She is strong and yet modest and intelligent beyond measure. She just doesn't choose to show it off to the world, because at the end of the day, the only one she's really accountable to is God. Because of that and countless other reasons, I choose every single day to be a Muslim woman.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to our voices as Muslim women. And Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you.